I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry. Damn it. All right. All right. Okay. Hi, Joey and Tony. Today's your wedding day. Joey, you asked to recap when we met, which I remember so vividly because it was basketball season and I was a senior in high school and you were probably a sophomore or a freshman. You were doing your dance routine with your dance team for one of your high school basketball games. And I came up with my then boyfriend, Chris, who was your manager at Hollister, where you were working illegally underage just for a discount and not getting paid, which is like the greatest story ever, even after you had to drive an hour to and from work every day. And he said, you know, one of the girls I work with is a dancer and she's invited us all. And I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm a dancer. I want to see this dance team. And we came up and we saw you dance. You had like this silly bandana tied around your head and you were just wearing like black workout pants. And I remember thinking, what kind of wardrobe is that they're wearing? That's not really a uniform. And then we came back to your house and we watched a movie in the movie theater in the house. And I was like, this girl is the coolest girl ever. You took us into the kitchen. We baked brownies in the oven, which looked like a microwave to me, and I remember being very confused about that. But being such a foodie, when you walked me into the pantry to get the brownie batter, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be friends with this girl forever because look at this food pantry, this is perfect. And then we were. I mean, here we are, 14 years later, still friends, had a blast being on Long Island with you for college. So glad you went to CW Post instead of somewhere out west like you were originally thinking of, because it brought you closer to me. And I'm sorry that I moved home from South Florida when you chose to move down to South Florida, because that would have been fabulous. But I couldn't be happier for you and Tony today. I love you both so much and I don't want to cry. I'm going to stop right there. Damn it.
I don't even know where to begin. Joey and I have been friends, I would say, about 5 years. We met at Revival, my store, and it was just connection right away. We would hang out all the time at her apartment, have the best time, go out. And then she met Tony, and at first I loved him until she moved in with him. And every time we would have our Joey and Steph moment, Tony was always there. So the one fight me and Joey ever had was about Tony and me being jealous, which I never am jealous, she knows. And it hurt because I wanted my special Joey moments. But the more I hung out with Tony, the more I fell in love with Tony. He's like a brother to me. If I ever needed anything, I could call him. And I just hope one day I would meet someone as special as Tony and as happy as the two of them, because they truly are the happiest couple I've ever known, and they will be together forever. I don't doubt it. I'm so happy to be in your wedding. I'm so happy to share this day with you. And I'm probably hopefully going to be the only one that doesn't cry, even though right now I feel like I could. But I can't wait till you have a future together, have babies together, and I can't wait to share every moment with you guys. I love you both so much. You're family to me forever and ever and ever. And congratulations.
Okay, happy wedding day to Joey and Tony. Let's see, I'm too nervous to do this right now. Let's see, the first time I met Tony was when it was at a party. Michael and I had just met, and he couldn't wait to introduce me to his cousin, Tony. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. You're doing it.
Shutting the door.
So when Tony first met me, he said I looked exactly like his sister, Cheska, which is a compliment because Cheska's so beautiful. And then came Joey. The first time I met Joey was when it was Cheska's, her rehearsal dinner. And there comes Joey, golden and tan, walking in with her little turquoise dress. And she was the life of the room. And that's always how Joey's been. We've been through our ups and downs, mostly ups. And at first, my famous quote was, "I didn't think that we would get along." And look at us now. And I love you so much, and we're cousins now. I hope you have a beautiful day, and the sun is shining.
I love you. I love you both so much. You mean the world to me. Both of you. Like I said, you're family forever.
First time I met Joey was like a day or two before my rehearsal dinner. Tony wanted me to meet the girl he would be bringing, and I can't. I'm gonna cry. I couldn't ask for a better person for my brother. I love you both. And I hope you have a wonderful life together. That's it. I can't do anymore. Okay. I love you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to be Mr. and Mrs. Padone.
First, Tony called me when he wanted to propose to Joey. And he asked me to come pick out the ring, which, as most people know, I'm like the least superficial girly girl out there, which maybe you can't tell right now by the way I look. But so when he said to pick out the ring, I'm like, I don't know anything about it, but I know my sister, and I know big and shiny and classy would fit her. So I was excited that he was bringing me a part, and we went to, this wholesale diamond in Midtown Manhattan, and we looked at diamonds, and I learned all about the 5 C's, which I only remember 3 of them, but we picked out her ring, and it was so special, and I knew when he was proposing and how he was going to propose, and I was in on the secret, and it was beautiful to be a part of this whole meaningful marriage and day and this today from the very beginning. And most people know the engagement story, but it happened in Positano 3 summers ago. And we were waiting. Everyone at the entire hotel knew that he was going to propose, and we're all waiting. I almost grabbed the ring and proposed to her myself because he was hiding the ring in my room. And we waited, and finally he just did it when he woke up in the morning. And he looked at her, and that was the right moment. We were trying to plan these walks, and walks on the beach, and walks in the mountains, and walks by the flower garden, and none of it worked because really he just wanted to be with Joey alone together, because he didn't need all the glitz and the glam and the story. He just needed her and them, and he did it, and it was beautiful and it was perfect, and she was so surprised. She was so happy that I was a part of it. I was happy I was a part of it, and it was great. Now, to tell a story about Joey could take a lifetime because she's my sister, and I've known her every day of my entire life. So I can't believe I'm doing this right now. I can't believe the day is finally here that I'm at Joey's wedding. And I'm not going to cry because I have makeup on, and I'm definitely going to cry later, so I'm going to hold on to it and just hold on and just go along with this ride. But I'm so proud of her. I always thought she was going to have, and I said this in my first speech at their engagement party, but I thought she was going to be married like 5 times and divorced 5 times and live this life of, just all about her. But when she met Tony, she totally transformed into this person that, wanted to do things for everyone else and wanted to be a better person and better version of herself and be sharing and caring, and she just changed. like without anyone noticing that, and it just happened. And I knew he was right. I knew he was right for her right then. I knew the fact that he got her to become somebody new and different meant that he had something that no other man ever brought to the table. And I know that this is it. This is her one marriage. And I'm so happy she found him, and I'm so happy he found her, and they're perfect. And he's going to be my brother, and I'm so happy about that. And I got to stop because I'm going to cry. So I love you both. You're my heart. You're my family. I got to stop, but I love you.
So what's the story of our lip tattoos?
Wow. So Joey and I had like a little bit of a rocky sisterhood. She was older, she wasn't super happy about me being around, but we loved each other nonetheless. In the last couple years, before she moved to Miami, we got really close and we saw each other a lot.
It's probably because of Tony, to be honest.
It's because of Tony was a lot of it, but in general, it was like I knew she was leaving, I wasn't going to see her as much, so we spent a lot of time together, we got really close. And around the time she was leaving is around the time of her birthday, so I knew I needed to get her a present and a going away present. So I was like, what's something that's memorable and lasting? And I thought about a tattoo. And I was like, okay, we're completely opposites. What are we both going to like that we're both going to like and actually
Right.
want on us forever?
But we both like tattoos. But we never were even shared that experience together either. We never went with each other to get a tattoo.
Never.
We just did it ourselves.
So I was like, it has to be something about us or from our childhood or something. And then I remembered an idea that my friend and I had come up with about what if you got your lips? And then I told Joey and it was immediate. She was like,
It was perfect. It was definitely perfect because, I mean, it's like when you have your sister's lips on you, it's like you can kiss that if you miss her, cheesy as it sounds. It's nice when I look down and I see it when I'm thinking about her. If I don't, it makes me think about her. So it's really sweet. Are you crying already? Because
No,
I will
I'm not.
die if
I'm
you
not
cry.
doing
Okay.
it. Not doing it.
So, no waterworks. So she knows that even though I have tattoos in very painful places, the wrist is even most sensitive. And I have a thing about my wrist. I don't like anybody touching my wrist. It makes me want to faint. So Abby's like, well, where are we going to get these tattoos? And originally we thought something like the foot, the ankle, something, again, where you could hide it if you wanted to. But it's your sister's lips.
you don't want it sexual.
It's not going to be sexual and not cute if it's that way. I mean, and the only other people that ever had lips tattoos are, like Tommy Lee, who had his wife's on his neck, and we're not doing that. So we came up with the wrist because it made the most sense and it was the most sweet. If we hold hands, it's cute together. But she knew she had to go first because if she didn't, I'd probably chicken out because of the pain. And
I have like 8 tattoos, and this was the worst
the worst
ever. And I had to sit there with a smile on my face so she would
did.
go
She
next.
didn't sweat, and she's known for sweaty hands. She wasn't doing this or anything. Like she was like cool as a cucumber. And it was, in the outlines, the worst part. If you don't have a tattoo, that's what hurts the worst.
It was awful.
It was awful.
It was thin skin. It's like going right on your veins, and I tell everyone, don't get it on your wrist. It's horrible.
Anyway, it was all worth it. I get so many compliments on it. Everybody stops us, and it's really special that we like each other that much that we wanted something of each other's on our bodies forever.
Yeah.
So that's the story of our lip tattoos.
Oh, yeah. So you're the stud. You know, there we go. So yeah, the light starts coming in this way. So that
He's good.
yeah, beautiful. So yeah, really turn open. Just for this pose, just bring that shoulder like. Yeah, there we go. So we're coming over.
Oh, right against that. Darling.
Or in the foyer.
Yeah, we can do it.
Mom, enough of the video. Mom.
Yeah.